Hello, and welcome to a speed build on Happy Home Paradise. I can't remember the last time that I actually made a speed build on this channel. It's been a minute for sure, but I've been playing quite a bit of Happy Home Paradise off camera, and I figured, one, why not go ahead and make some content with it? But in addition to that, and I know I have said this so many times when people ask, what should I do to get into YouTube or content creation? And the advice that I always give, and something that I also try to take myself, is the advice of make videos that you enjoy watching. I think that's the easiest and most fun way to get into content creation. And something that I've watched and consumed for years, but never has it crossed my mind to even make this content until recently, is just music playlists, right? Lo-Fi Girl is obviously the most common one that comes to mind, but there are a lot of Animal Crossing content creators that will design an exterior or interior and then set a playlist of music to it and then just let the villagers kind of hang out. In whatever scenery that they create. And I have been putting that on just in the background while I get some work done or on the TV. It's just so soothing. It's so relaxing. It's also kind of a fun way to implement Animal Crossing, of all things, into just the mundane tasks of the day of getting work done. But I've been enjoying watching them so much, and I wanted to create more speed builds. So I figured a cool series would not only be making those videos and playlists, and I'm going to make sure to credit a couple of accounts that I have been watching in the description box so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. Go give them some love, because honestly, I truly enjoy watching all of their content. But I figured, look, let's show kind of how the sausage is made here. Let's not only make those music playlist videos, which are so fun to just put in the background and relax to, but the actual process of creating the scenery. So both on Twitter and Instagram yesterday, I asked y'all, okay, I have an idea for a new series, but I want you to tell me an NPC or a villager, and then also a location that you would love to see them visiting. And a couple of responses I got are just so creative. Like, one was Pascal in a seafood restaurant. I had many requests for like Maple in a library or Leaf in a plant shop. So moving forward, I would love to have a speed build once a week of doing one of y'all's suggestions, and then after that, create a lo-fi playlist in the following days set to those characters hanging out in that location. I think it would be a really fun way also to collaborate with y'all as an audience, and for you to tell me essentially what to build, right? This first one I just took upon myself. I wanted to kind of get out of my comfort zone. I've never been like a swamp core builder, but I had Henry's amiibo card, and I also want to invite Lily as well. Figured we'd do just like a cozy little swamp build today. And yeah, it ended up turning more into a junkyard than a swamp itself, and I'm sure you guys can kind of tell that as I'm placing all of these ridiculous items. But I just wanted to do something outdoorsy. Maybe I'll put like a rain overlay on it for the actual music playlist. I don't know. But wanted to at least post this today, and then Monday is going to be Music Box Monday, where I will have probably a couple hours of these characters just hanging out and record them, just going through the Happy Home Paradise build. And just to clarify, this is just the interior this time. I did not do the exterior of this build, but that doesn't mean that in the future I can't. So again, would love your suggestions, so leave them in the comments as far as either a villager or an NPC. Of course, some of this is going to depend on if I actually own their amiibo card or if they're hanging out on my Happy Home Paradise beach, but let me know what villager or NPC you would like to see and which location in which you would like to see them hanging out in. So I've already gotten a lot of requests for Celeste in an observatory, right? Leaf in a plant shop. So there are some that are not necessarily obvious, but I have gotten a few pretty common requests. but would love to hear your suggestions if you think of something creative. I think next week I would love to do one for Halloween. I have a lot of Halloween music at my disposal, which, by the way, I use Epidemic Sound. I used to use Thematic, and I've recently switched over to Epidemic Sound, and they have such a fun mix of music, and they have some even great Halloween music too. So maybe I'll do like a graveyard. I could maybe put Wisp in there. Someone even suggested Kiki having a potion shop, which I thought was so creative and cute. So maybe I'll do that one as well. I'm not totally sure, but I want to do something kind of on brand with fall, with Halloween. Anyway, so this is Henry's Swamp. I am planning to invite Lily, so that way we have 2 villagers hanging out. But yeah, I started it with a totally different vision than how it actually ended up. But you know what? All in all, I'm pretty happy with it. I think it ended up being pretty cool. One thing that I ended up changing last minute is this flooring. I wanted to use the swamp flooring, obviously, because it's a swamp, but at the end, I think the glowing moss, flooring, wallpaper, all of that just looks so great whenever it's mismatched together. So that's what I ended up going with. But until then, I was just kind of creating all of these different structures. I don't know why I felt the need to put this crosswalk in the middle of a swamp, but I just like the animation that it has, and I thought it was kind of fun too. Anyway, enjoy the speed build. I am going to stop talking for now, let you guys just kind of enjoy the process, but I'll check in a little bit. All right, so one thing that I totally forgot to do before placing all of these items was to give the dusting effect on a few items. But the only downside about the dusting effect is you have to do it through your character. You can't really access certain items, of course, near the back when they're blocked off. So that's why I moved the car out of the way. I wanted to just add this kind of misty, smoky, foggy effect to the actual build, which I couldn't do without moving everything around and getting to some certain stuff. So that's why I'm like putting that giant vine right here, just so I can get to it, dust it. But the good thing is, once you do that, add the effect, then you can move it back and it's still going to cling to that item. So that was super handy, but I think this is one of the first builds, at least in a long time, where I utilized this effect. But because I want it to be a little bit cozy, a little bit rainy, maybe a little spooky, I don't know, I just wanted to have it have that swamp feel. That's why I added just a little bit of smog, of a fog, if you will, to these items. But unfortunately, you can't do that through the grid. You actually have to have your character do it manually. So that's what I'm doing here. And here is the almost final result. I ended up adding in, again, a little bit more glowing moss, a couple of additional items before actually filming the sequence with Henry and Lily for Music Box Monday. But I'm still really happy with how it all turned out. I think it's really, really fun. I think in the other video, I'm gonna add some kind of rain overlay. But let me know if you like this idea for a series, if you think it was entertaining. But beyond tours, I do want to actually start building more myself, and there's really no better place to do that than Happy Home Paradise. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know your suggestions for villager or NPC pairings, and then a location in the comments, or feel free to tweet them at me, Instagram message them to me. But some of y'all have had some really cute and creative ideas, so please let me know. I do want to make this a weekly initiative, so I'm going to need all of the inspiration that I can get. With that said, I hope y'all had an amazing one wherever you are in this big old beautiful world. Check out the playlist coming this Monday, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye-bye.